Now that job's done, the rest of the day is afoot. Good morning, folks. You know who it is, so I'm not going to keep saying it. Howdy. Well, it's hump day. Garbage has been picked up. Everything's fully functional in the house, knock on wood. The family's out about doing the things that the family does when they go out and about. Okay? Hey, have you heard of Delta virus variant? Well, for all you conspiracy people out there, this is another one that's going to keep America hopping during the summer of 2021. Yes, folks, there's another variant. The chocolate pudding cake pie variant. It only happens when you pass by the bakery at your grocery store and you keep telling your tummy, go away, keep walking, stop, don't go, come here, come here, come here, come here. Not I mean you, silly. Where'd you go? Where's he at? Oh, he's right there. He's on the prowl, folks. He's on the prowl. Yes, there's another variant we don't know about that they haven't invented yet that's going to keep your family all happy to get the jab. If you don't get the jab, the government's going to figure out a way to make you get that jab, folks. But if you're a hospital employee in certain parts of the country and they say, you got to take the jab or you're going to be dismissed, quit. That's what 150 of them did. It is serious, folks. Now it's coming down to the rest of the 360 million people in this country. I took the jab, and I'm damn happy I did, because I'm still alive. I'm not one of that 600 and something thousand coffins sitting at the bottom of some 6-foot hole. Now that they've been forgotten about, India is putting them under the ground in record numbers. China is having more lockdowns than we can understand that China can do. You know, and nobody ever says, tonight on Nightly News, we're going to show you 100 million people locked down. Who's feeding those people? How are they getting their food if they can't go to the grocery store? Okay, you and you and you can come out now. All right, now you and you stick around because those people haven't come back yet. Nope, they haven't come back yet. So you got to stay in your lockdown. This is insanity, folks. Totally insanity. I mean, Florida didn't lock down at all. They closed all their amusement parks, made it difficult to get a hotel room, rent a car. Good Lord, look at Hawaii. For the crying out loud, there's a family out there called Less Junk, More Journey. You know, you could buy a car. It's cheaper to buy a car than rent one there right now because they didn't understand that the lockdown would end sometime, and all the auto rental industry just got rid of all their cars because they were paying for vehicles they didn't need. So their inventory was dwindled to practically nothing. And then all the airlines figured, hey, let's start putting people back on the islands without going, maybe we're supposed to think about this a little bit more before we let all these people come here. No, logic has gone out the window. I'm sorry, folks. I was over it back a year ago when I kept going, I think there's something going on here we need to pay attention to. Oh, impeach, we must impeach. Yeah, and then it got here. Oh, he's a racist for locking down. Well, it got here, and we need to put all these old people back where they came from so they can... I'm going to have to pause for a second, folks, so I can get my composure. I hope this is not being seen. Can you imagine how stupid Americans are? We've got them. I'm back. And now it's another variant. So now we're gonna go after the young people who are too healthy to get the vaccine. We're gonna make them get it. We're gonna bribe them. Here's a 6-pack of smokes. Here. If you take the hit, we'll give you a shot. What is next? Tickets to an airplane? Tickets to a concert? Just the other day, New York City had one of their biggest concerts since the opening of the, civil liberties. And if you take a shot, we'll give you front row seats, folks. I'm done. All you young folks out there that criticize me, or, well, you're not, what am I kidding? You're not even watching my videos because you just unsubscribed. I'm such a bad person for it. Well, I'm glad you're not here because you're probably 6 foot under now or going to be soon. I don't care. I don't know you. I didn't want to know you. If you unsubscribe from me, you'll go somewhere else to get your information some other place. All I want to tell you is they're going to make you get the shot regardless if you don't want it or want it, okay? They're going to figure out a way to say, well, we're going to advance your credit score 100,000 points if you take, or we're going to take away your credit score if you don't get a shot. You can't come in here if you ain't got a shot. All right? Biden wants to have everybody, and, you know, and this is the one that just burned me up. Well, during that campaign, that's the Trump vaccine. I'm not going to get that shot. Maxine Waters out there flapping those two false teeth sheets. Dental appliances. She's out there flapping those two gummed in or glued in. That old woman's got more fake things on her than I guess Liberace carried around during his business days. It's the Trump vaccine. It's the Trump flu. It's the Trump virus. It's the Trump. The guy's been gone. And they're still talking about this guy because, well, it's his fault. He did it. I don't know, folks. I'm just sitting here just all happy, fat, dumb, and stupid because I'm sitting here looking at all around me going, what the world is going on now? Well, it was bound to happen. Everything that you're seeing going on right now, it's just the dominoes. Supply, demand, all right? Take lumber. Yeah, well, we're going to keep all these people home. Maybe we should keep the lumber industry going. Oh, shut them down. Okay, so now when everybody's got their honeydews to do because the honeys are driving their husbands crazy or their mates crazy, well, let's sit around here and twiddle our thumbs. What did you think was going to happen there, industry? They're going to go out there and pit. They're going to putter. And when they get done puttering, they're going to go, hey, we're out of this wood. Yeah, well, you know, it takes about 4 months to get it from that standing tree down to a lumber yard or a mill, and then it's going to dry. If we don't want to do it naturally, we got to put it through a machine. You know the drill. Folks, we couldn't get carbon dioxide. There's no demand for it, so there wasn't anybody producing carbon dioxide. Liquid oxygen went out of the... Hospitals need liquid oxygen to convert it to gaseous oxygen to give to their patients who can't breathe. Oh, my God. Now, and this is the one that got me, let's send them individual bottles of compressed oxygen on C-17 military transport planes that can put a Humvee and an Abrams on it, instead of an oxygen plant on 2 C-17s, so they can make their own oxygen, instead of having to give them these bottles that weigh a ton each, because they hold compressed air. Oxygen. The logic has gone out the window. My rice bowl is a finite rice bowl, folks. You see my videos. You've seen what I've been buying. Rice, prepared rice, or packaged rice. Canned meats as much as I can get now because old Bessie is going to be put out to pasture and let to die of old age. You know, one of these other, I think his name is Pinball Preparedness, just had a video. I got a kick out of his video. What if this lockdown is a test for a climate lockdown? I rolled my eyes back. I sat and listened to the man's video. He ain't that far off, folks. He's not that far off. Look, if we could kill your cattle and make you happy to eat Vegemite, then you Australians are going to have a better time than we will. Because I've had Vegemite before, and my God, it's a bit to something you got to get used to. Like Moxie. Then there's, if we lock them down, they won't have to travel. Well, you're going to take the same thing you did now, and you're going to do it all over again, because the airlines are going to go, bah, we're done. Now they laid off all their pilots who have a certification process to have to go through. American Airlines just canceled hundreds, if not thousands, of flights last week. Grounded all their planes because they didn't have enough people to fly them. And Elon Musk is going, I'm over here building these starships that'll take, 100 people at a time, 30 minutes across the world. In 2 years, he's going to be doing something that took NASA 15 years to do. John F. Kennedy stood there and said, I believe before this decade is out, we should place a man on the moon and return him safely to the Earth. He did it in 10 years. Elon Musk did it in 12. And he's got vehicles now that are being copied, knocked off. They've even got spies in his business. Oh, well, that's a publicly owned company. Well, it's not publicly owned, but the point is, he's got all these spaceships now being knocked off by the foreigners. Okay, that's just business. But the point is, everybody has something to do to somebody else. It's insanity, folks. So, 2020, this the year of, let's get the orange man out. Well, it succeeded. Now you got this guy in there now who, oh my God, I'm sorry, folks, but to listen to that man talk, it reminds me of somebody who's not quite all there. But they're there, because they take a pill in the morning or in the afternoon, and they have somebody that can scurry with them and help them sit at the desk that we never see them sitting behind the desk. I've yet to see the man walk around the White House. I mean, Trump, okay, the guy he was like a piece of sandpaper to the politicians. And he was always at them because he could, okay? The guy was a celebrity. You watched him on television. You guys really hate to love the guy, but you love to hate the guy. But look what he did. We've had the lowest unemployment. The best thing, go back and look at it. Oh, there's no denying it. The economy was purring right along. Everybody was just taking advantage of a situation. Except he forgot to do one thing. Go to the inner city. Go to the inner city and stop that insanity that's going on there. People killing each other because of the colors they wear. You don't like what I do, I'm going to shoot you. I'll use that metaphor. They want to go after the gun. No, go after the idiot trying to transfer the weapon. In Illinois, have you seen the gun laws in Illinois? It would make even the staunchest pro-gun person move out of that state, because it makes it so hard to get a gun. And yet, on Friday night, up to Sunday morning, there's more expelling bullets in that state than any place in Fallujah. Have I got your attention yet, folks? Yet the insanity, I'm not a fearmonger, I'm a fact finder. Fix the problems instead of just flapping your jaw. I can sit here the rest of the hour and flap my jaw with these new glued in dental appliances and still not get through to people. I'm sitting here just going, God bless America. They want to change the flag to make it more appropriate for the culture we live in today. What? Okay, so I'll bring that one up. You want to change the American flag. The red, white, and blue, the stars, the bars, the stripes. The red, white, and blue. The red, the blood that was spilled. The white, the pureness of our country. The blue, the unitedness of our country. That's why it's called the United States of America. North America, the American continent. Look at every other flag on the planet. Some are pretty. Some are just doggone pretty. And then some are scary because they show violence. The sickle and the hammer. What did that mean? All right. Well, that flag no longer exists in a certain parameter of the planet. Can't change the fact. You could change the flag, add another state. Well, they're trying. I haven't heard much about it yet, but Washington, D.C. is going to be a state sometime soon. So every flag on the planet, even on except the one on the moon, have got to change. Who's going to pay for that? You are. I'm not paying for it. I don't pay income tax anymore. I'm one of that 100-something million folks that hasn't paid income tax in years because of all the deductions I'm allowed to take. And I'm not a millionaire, folks. I'm far from it. I'm just this average Joe out there going, I can play the system too because I can hire an accountant. That phone call comes in, what did you guys give to charity this year? Well, what's the limit? $500. Okay, we gave $4.99.99. Okay. That's just one of them. There are so many out there. Do you have a house business? Yeah, I got a gig on the outside. It's called YouTube. I make a few dollars once in a while when I decide to really press my luck. Not be offensive. I've yet to say my whole... If I was to let go, folks, don't forget I'm an ex-Navy man, so my language, I'm holding back a lot. But I'll just leave it at that. We've got to understand that the insanity has got to stop. Why? Because these kiddies have lost their minds. And I have to think it all went back to, why are you playing, why are these kids in organized sports when there's no winner? That's where it started. And then you let these crazy universities, gender studies, the arts. Look, okay, look, here's how I look at art. If you could make a picture from something out of your head and put it on paper, you're an artist. You don't need to be taught how to be an artist, all right? Picasso wouldn't sit in school for 12 months, 12 years, and learn how to do his art. Rembrandt, oh, I'm sorry. Who's that guy that did the Sistine Chapel? I didn't think he had a... If you can do it, you can do it. If you can't, you can't. Simple as that. So we throw billions of dollars at these kids, and then we're going to tell them this. This is the biggest lie that came out of the last election. If you vote for me, I'm going to forgive your student loan. Man, he got so many votes from the youngsters who got hornswoggled on that. And now, okay, buyer's remorse. Hey, man, how come I'm still paying? Oh, well, see, we're going to give you a little bit of a interest break or a payment break, but guess what? We're going to add that on to the end of the loan. You still got the money. It's still the same amount, but instead of a 30-year mortgage, we're going to have a 32-year mortgage. And now, I think they say that the eviction moratorium is going to end soon, unless we get another stimulus out of Washington. Most states now have stopped the federal PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, of the $300. That's stopped here, which is supposed to, want people to go back to work. Now with the Delta variant, folks, I mean, I don't know. I go out there and start dealing with the public again and get sick and die. And I'm vaccinated. Because now they're saying, well, we think that if you're vaccinated, the Delta variant will just give you some minor symptoms. Well, what do you mean now? Take the frickin' rhesus monkey or the computer program and inject it with the virus and see if the crap... It protects the folks. Or give me a booster shot and move along. The G7 summit, what a joke. Jill had to go out there and retrieve her husband because he was lost. How embarrassing. He's sitting there with a group of these world leaders and says, oh yeah, and by the way, you forgot this guy. Oh, sir, I said that man's name. Oh, I guess you did. I forget I'm president. He told a full room of military personnel, I forget that I'm president. It hurts sometimes to hear that man talk because you sit there and you think, I understood part of what he said, but the rest was just... And when he stopped talking in that pause, talk about a pregnant pause. This thing was giving birth to a cow. It was so long. Then he just went off and changed subject, just like I'm doing right now, folks. I was on one thing a minute ago, now I'm on the... Nope. Insanity has got to stop. So I'm gonna. How many out of you would like to buy a T-shirt that says, "The insanity must stop, just like the buck stopped then"? Comment down below, folks. I'm not going to tell you who I am, because if you're here, you know who I am. Do me a favor. Take a second, look around, say a prayer. Say a prayer, folks. Say a prayer. Baby kitty. Hi, baby kitty. This is my... Yeah, I'm talking to you. This is my blood pressure pill. Whenever he's around, my blood pressure goes down about 20 points. Because he's such a cutie pie. That's my buddy, Mooch. Yep, you saw him here, folks. We got Mooch here after the bird, well, let's just say, out with a bird, in with a cat. Mooch, my buddy. Pure Siamese. This one's a breeder, folks. Mr. Mooch. Yeah, that's just what I call him. He's a cutie pie. Hey, folks, a lot of you folks have been asking about this here Gosner milk. What does it taste like after the Best Buy date? Well, we're going to find out right now, folks. Let's check the date. This one here, I always have it upside down. 50-50 chance, and I get it wrong each time. 14 October 2019. So that's a considerable amount of time. Now, this one had been sitting at room temperature. It is nicely chilled right now. Nothing in the container looks like it's compromised. It doesn't leak. I'm going to give it a shake. Just a little bit. I'm going to open it up. There's one thing you want to check to make sure that this seal here is intact. Alright. Okay, we're going to give it the sniff test. First thing you want to do. Nope, nothing, no foul odor. Color test. Looks like milk. Now we're going to do a taste test. I'm not sure. I think it may have homogenized a little bit. I'm going to pour some in a glass. It doesn't have a bad taste, but it's got a okay, it doesn't have a bad flavor, but it almost has a not a taste, but a mouth taste, or of like a thick cream. Can't be sure what. Is it curdled, folks? Well, it sure looks like it's separated. Milk solids, milk fats. It's not bad, it's just a shame though. I wonder if I put it in a blender, would it reconstitute? But it's not bad. It's just, like I said, everything is separated. Not going to throw it out yet. Alright folks, well, you know, I gave the carton a good shaking, as you can see from the foam. The milk has a almond color to it, but the flavor, it's not biting back at me. It's not bitter, it's not sour. It's milk. Shaking it up did help. Had to do it a couple times. You let it sit, let the foam go down, shake it up some more, and it reconstituted the milk back into what it separated. So, but yeah, it tastes just like the day it was put in there, folks. So I'm gonna hold on to, I'm gonna drink this down, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. And I'll wait 24 hours, and I'll let you know. Okay. Alright folks, if you're looking to resurrect some old 12-volt car batteries that aren't totally gone yet, the Schumacher Company. Alright folks, if you're looking to resurrect some 12-volt car battery or some Marine RV deep cycle batteries or some AGM batteries, Schumacher makes these chargers that can bring them back. They can desulfate, and they can do all kinds of good things. Slow charge, fast charge. I have, matter of fact, I even have the ones now that have the, if you plug it in wrong, to connect the battery wrong, it won't burn that up. This one here has that feature that if you accidentally put the positive on the negative and negative on positive, it won't fry it. The earlier ones, they were toast. It's all it took was just a second, and it burned them up. But this one here, you don't want to test it, but just remember that that feature's there. Because what I'm doing now is bringing back this battery here. It was sulfated. Now it's no longer sulfated. It's at 86%. It's 12 volt. I've got it on speed charge. It's a standard battery. That's with the Schumacher Company, folks. And oh yes, folks, the milk that I did consume yesterday, no ill effects, nothing that I can say has happened to me. So Gosler gets a thumbs up for having milk that can last past their best buy date. And remember folks, it can happen from the north, it can happen from the south, it can happen from the east, or coming from the west. Always be prepared. And if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, or I'll be out there waiting for you to come to me. Admiral Preparedness, God bless you all.